There is a habit so powerful, so life-changing, that most people completely ignore it. It doesn't look impressive from the outside. It won't get you instant applause. Nobody claps when you practice it. Nobody notices it in the beginning. But over time, it builds discipline. It builds intelligence. It builds emotional control. It builds confidence. And eventually, it builds power. The silent habit that creates powerful people is this: doing what must be done, even when nobody is watching. That is the difference between average people and unstoppable people. Average people need motivation. Powerful people create routines. Average people work when they feel inspired. Powerful people work even when they feel tired, ignored, rejected, or emotionally drained. That silent consistency, that invisible discipline, is what changes everything. Because real power is not loud. Real power is quiet. It's waking up early without announcing it online. It's practicing while others are sleeping. It's learning in silence while others waste time chasing attention. It's controlling your emotions when you have every reason to explode. It's staying focused while the world tries to distract you. Most people think powerful individuals are born different. They are not. They simply built habits ordinary people refuse to build. And the scary part? The habits start small. Very small. One extra hour of focus. One disciplined decision. One moment of self-control. One day of consistency. One promise kept to yourself. That's how powerful people are created. Not in one giant moment, but in thousands of invisible moments nobody sees. Look at the strongest minds in the world. The most respected leaders. The most disciplined athletes. The most successful creators. They all mastered one thing. They learned how to keep going without external validation. That is rare. Because most people only move when someone praises them. If nobody notices their effort, they stop. If results don't come fast, they quit. If life becomes uncomfortable, they escape. But powerful people understand something others never learn. Your future is built in silence before it is recognized in public. The workout nobody saw. The studying nobody respected. The lonely nights nobody understood. The sacrifices nobody appreciated. That is where greatness is born. You must become addicted to progress nobody can see yet. Because the world only celebrates the final result. They don't celebrate the process. People will admire your confidence one day. But they will never see the years you spent fighting insecurity. People will admire your success one day. But they will never see the nights you doubted yourself and still kept working. People will admire your discipline one day. But they will never see the days you wanted to quit and refused to surrender. That's the silent habit. Continuing anyway. Even when it's hard. Even when it's boring. Even when nobody believes in you yet. Especially then. Powerful people understand that emotions are temporary. But habits become identity. Read that again. Emotions change every day. Some mornings you feel unstoppable. Other mornings you feel weak, lazy, distracted, or broken. But if your actions depend on emotions, your life will always stay unstable. That's why discipline is more powerful than motivation. Motivation is loud. Discipline is silent. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. And the people who win in life are not always the most talented. They are the most consistent. Talent without discipline destroys potential. Discipline without talent still creates success. You don't need to be extraordinary to become powerful. You need to become reliable. Reliable to your goals. Reliable to your promises. Reliable to your future self. Because every time you break a promise to yourself, your confidence weakens. And every time you keep a promise to yourself, your identity strengthens. That's how self-respect is built. Not by talking. Not by dreaming. By action. Quiet action. There's another truth powerful people understand. Silence protects energy. Weak people talk too much. They announce every goal, every move, every plan, every idea. But truly powerful people move differently. They work quietly. Why? Because they know talking creates the illusion of achievement. Some people speak about success more than they work for it. But silence forces focus. Silence forces execution. When you stop seeking validation from others, your energy returns to your mission. And suddenly, your growth becomes dangerous. That's why some of the strongest people you will ever meet are calm. Not because life is easy for them, but because they train themselves not to react emotionally to everything. Emotional control is power. Anybody can scream. Anybody can complain. Anybody can blame the world. But remaining focused under pressure? That's rare. The silent habit of emotional control changes lives. When you stop reacting to every insult, you become stronger. When you stop chasing approval, you become freer. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, you become calmer. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you become unstoppable. Power grows in silence. Think about a tree. When it first begins growing, nothing dramatic happens above the surface. Most of the growth happens underground. The roots deepen quietly. Nobody notices. Nobody praises it. Nobody claps for the roots. But later, when storms arrive, those invisible roots become the reason the tree survives. Your silent habits are your roots. Reading when nobody else wants to read. Training when nobody wants to train. Learning skills quietly. Improving yourself privately. Protecting your focus. Protecting your peace. That invisible work becomes strength later. And one day people will say, "Wow, you changed. Wow, you became powerful. Wow, you became disciplined." But they won't understand something important. You were building that version of yourself long before they noticed. The transformation happened in silence. There will be moments where you feel alone on this journey. Moments where nobody understands your vision. Moments where progress feels slow. Moments where quitting feels easier. But understand this. Every powerful person faced that stage. The difference is, they kept going. Most people stop too early. They plant seeds and dig them up every week because they don't see growth fast enough. Powerful people trust the process. They understand that success is delayed. Growth is invisible at first. Results take time. But if you stay consistent long enough, your entire life changes. One disciplined year can completely transform a human being. One focused year. One silent year. 1 year without excuses. 1 year of protecting your mind and energy. You could become unrecognizable. Not because of luck. Because of habits. Your daily habits are shaping your future right now. Every day you either build power or build weakness. Every day you either train your mind or weaken it. Every day you either move closer to your goals or closer to regret. And the dangerous thing about habits is this. They compound. Small discipline repeated daily creates massive transformation. 1 hour of learning daily becomes expertise. 1 workout daily transforms the body. 1 focused effort daily changes your future. The problem is most people underestimate small actions because results are invisible in the beginning. But powerful people never underestimate consistency. They know small actions become identity. And identity becomes destiny. So if you truly want power, stop focusing only on big moments. Focus on daily discipline. Focus on what you do repeatedly. Focus on what you do when nobody watches. Focus on the habits you practice in silence. Because your private habits eventually become your public reality. And remember this: the loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. True power does not beg for attention. It does not need validation. It does not chase approval. True power is built quietly, patiently, consistently. So start today. Wake up and handle your responsibilities. Train your mind. Control your emotions. Protect your focus. Keep your promises to yourself. Work in silence. Improve privately. Stay disciplined when it gets difficult. Because one day, the habits nobody noticed will create a version of you nobody can ignore.